My skin looks so much better since I've been using Restoracell. And you know what? I don't know why I didn't start sooner. The truth is, it's so easy to use. I use it at night before bed. I use it in the morning after I shower. And everybody that I know tells me that my skin looks great. What am I doing? My cousin, Christine Colangelo, just texted me. And she said she was watching one of my shows and my skin looks amazing. She just texted me night before last. And she says, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. And I texted her back and I told her about Restoracell. So I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't. How are you, Dr. Suzanne Turner?
I'm great, Carl. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Yes. And Deb Barber, how are you?
I'm great. And I do think your skin looks so much better than the first show.
It's a world of difference. It's like all the little lines are gone because the skin is plumper. And so as the skin plumped up, all the little lines are gone. You know, these are going to take Botox and maybe some sheetrock screws. I'm not sure. That's going to be a dramatic change for me. And I don't know if people would recognize me if I didn't have. I'll never forget the first time I met Elisa's stepdad. I was sitting there talking to him, and I had my head down because he was up higher than me, and I was looking up at him, and he said to me, "Go like this." And I did it. He goes, I was just trying to figure out if those wrinkles were in your forehead no matter what you did. It was fun. But anyway, so we have a perplexing situation in today's day and age. The dermatologists tell us to stay out of the sun. They tell us to slather these microparticles of titanium all over our skin, which have now been shown in research to show up in the blood virtually immediately. And we're supposed to be afraid of the sun, but the sun is part of our evolutionary journey, and it's good for us. However, now in this day and age, no one wants to have skin like mine. Everybody wants to look like they've never smiled. You know, they've never been in the sun. I think a good tan is a wonderful thing. I think it almost conveys health, but it does damage the skin. So what are people to do, Dr. Turner?
So I'm a big fan. I've always been really, really pale. So my skin has always been super pale until I started learning about peptides. And of course, the two things I tell people to do if you're traveling, especially coming up with spring break coming up, the two things I tell people to do is to use melanotan and to use GHK-Cu. And the reason why we do that, the amazing thing for me, just my personal testimony about melanotan, every single day before your trip, you're setting your skin in a place. I used to have to slather on sunscreen every 2 hours while I was out in the sun, or probably every hour. And now I can put up sunscreen one time. I go out in the sun. I don't burn. I can actually have fun. I can play in the water. So I use the melanotan for that. But the research with GHK-Cu, especially with irradiated skin, and maybe radiation in general, we're sort of learning more, and that research is being done right now. But at least with irradiated skin, that damage occurs to irradiated skin when you're out in the sun. The GHK-Cu initiates the repair process faster. So we know that in fibroblasts, which are the stemish sort of cells in our skin, that when they're treated with GHK-Cu, they take on a more youthful, more stem cell-like shape, this cuboidal, very straight-sided shape, instead of this kind of flattened out, more aged cell shape. Mm-hmm. And these are more youthful, even if they're exposed to radiation. They're able to double more, just like the other unradiated cells were able to. So I use GHK-Cu as a repair, as opposed to as a sunscreen per se, and as a protection. It's a protection in a way that it allows your cells to go through DNA repair as opposed to a sunscreen. So right. I still use sunscreen when I go out in the sun, especially if I'm going down to the panhandle of Florida. Because of the damaging rays, I'm not generally exposed to sun. but I definitely use GHK-Cu when I know I'm going to be exposed to radiation. Because of that exposure, I also use it when I'm being exposed to any radiation. So for me, that means when I'm on an airplane traveling for speaking engagements or whatever, all those things, I'm using GHK-Cu as a protective because of the research that is available on the protection and the DNA damage repair that occurs with GHK-Cu.
How about you, Deb? Do you have the same experience?
I do.
Did you have any sun damage before you started to use the topical GHK?
I did, because I'm so fair. I definitely had sun damage, and it is so much better. I've been using it now for 2 years, twice a day, and I put it on my arms and, the upper thighs and knees and other places, but it has made such a difference. And I wear it underneath the sunscreen. Every time I go out, I put the GHK-Cu Restoracell first.
On first, and then you put the sunscreen on.
Absolutely.
Debbie, that picture of you from when you were younger until now, like when you had those 2 pictures up with that younger picture of you,
yes.
You look so much younger now.
Oh, thank you. I actually was surprised, and because again, 10 years. This was 10 years.
Right.
And my skin looks better now than 10 years ago from a dedicated use of Restoracell.
The interesting thing about melanotan 2 was it was invented by Arizona State University specifically for this reason, to pre-treat your skin before going out in the sun. And what is the scale? The O'Brien scale? It's an Irish name that they use for the scale of how light or dark a person is. Do you know what I'm talking about, Dr. Suzanne?
I do. I forget.
Yeah. So they created both melanotan 1 and 2, and 2 is the one that really is more effective. So because they knew that when someone was sunlight naive, they've been in the house all winter long, and then we're going to Mexico on vacation. They lay in the sun for a week, and bam, they destroy their skin so quickly because your skin hasn't developed the tolerance yet. So you can inject melanotan 2, like you said, every day, usually about a week and a half, 2 weeks before you hit the beach. And you already look tan when you get there. You're like, wow, this is amazing. I'm already tan. But guess what? It doesn't damage the skin as much then. It's really fascinating.
And you get the, it's actually the Fitzpatrick scale.
Fitzpatrick
scale. Yeah.
O'Brien scale. It's like, I couldn't think of it. Yeah. Yeah.
I tell people about melanotan. It's the go out in the sun and not get sunburned, anti-inflammatory, and improve your libido peptide. So it's the perfect
vacation
peptide. But again, I always stack that with GHK-Cu because of the benefits of decreasing the inflammation with the melanotan and improving DNA repair with GHK-Cu.
Now, Deb, I have a question for you. What's the difference between the serum and the moisturizer?
The serum has the greatest concentration of GHK-Cu, 500 mg. It has kelp and hyaluronic acid, a couple of other very helpful ingredients, but it is the stronger of the 3. We also have the eye cream.
Right.
So if you did not use anything, I would say use the serum.
Right.
But then I have so many people that are in love with the moisturizer because it has natural oils combined with the GHK-Cu. So we have avocado oil, sweet almond oil, coconut oil from Hawaii. And those really, people love the feel of that after they put the serum on, or sometimes just use the moisturizer. So
I follow the instructions. We had your friend who is a professional esthetician on the show last time. And she said, heavy follows light. In other words, the light stuff first, then the heavier stuff, and then the heavy. And I've been following that direction. I have. And
twice a day.
Yeah, I do it right after the shower in the morning, and then I do it again before bed. And you know what's really cool? This is going to sound stupid, but Elisa goes into the bathroom at night before bed, and she washes her face, and she puts something on, and she fixes this, and she prepares her face for sleep, moisturizes it. And now I do it with him.
I love it.
So one night I actually missed. I was so tired. I said, "Oh, I'm not going to put it on. I'll do it in the morning." And she said to me, "Where are you?" I said, "Why aren't you in here putting your cream on?" I said, "I'm just too tired tonight." But it's become like a thing that we both do now. So it gives you more time with your partner to do something.
Absolutely. We have so many men that are using the products, and I love that. More and more of people using the products are men, and I love that.
I had Mike O'Hearn on this show a couple years ago, and Mike looks like a movie star. He's not only built like Hercules, but he's really handsome. He's the California boy kind of thing going on. And I even asked him during the show, I says, "Mike, do you do stuff for your face?" He goes, "Oh yeah, of course." And like he said it like so matter of factly. I have a lot of friends now that I'm doing this, I'm starting to notice that I have friends and a lot of them are very well off, very well healed. And I look at them and I go, "Man, their faces look great." And I realize, they must take care of their faces. They must do this stuff. Like guys don't shout it from the rooftop. Women will get together and they'll talk about this. "Oh my God, what are you using on your face?" And the guys, we just like, "Hey, get me a beer," and that's it. But I feel like more and more guys in the know are doing stuff to take care of their faces so they look young longer.
And I think part of that's because we're doing so many things in general to make them healthier longer, right? 65 used to be old, and it's not old anymore.
I know.
I was 65 last year.
I'm close. I'm coming up behind you. So I did a great show just a little while ago, Dr. Turner. You have to listen to with Dr. Patricia Casaccia from the City University of New York school system, and they did some really groundbreaking work on identifying bad actor microbes in the gut that lead to multiple sclerosis.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I knew you'd like it. You got to listen to it. It's really fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is a great product. And the guys who are listening to the show need to get with the program. We have an amazing deal here at Superhuman Radio. If you want to give this a try, it's 25% off. And I'm going to tell you something. I've seen the stuff that Elisa has bought in the past. Some of that stuff is stupid expensive. This stuff is not only already reasonably priced for 3 different items that you get, but then they give us 25% off. And this is a true story. We went downtown here in Louisville to the Omni Hotel for kind of a staycation. And Elisa was going to go get a spa service. So I got one too. And I didn't feel like getting a massage. I said, I'll go and get a facial. And the girl couldn't believe, first of all, she said to me, "Your skin looks amazing." Like usually they want to sell you something. They say, "Oh, your skin looks terrible. You need something." I said, "Really?" I said, "I've only been using this stuff for about a month now." I told her all about it. I swear, I think she's going to go to the website if she hasn't already and get some. This stuff is amazing. Go to shrnetwork.biz/blue and use the code SHR25 for 25% off. Here's what I'll promise you guys out there if you give this a try. It won't take long. It won't take but a week or two. And you'll look in the mirror and you go, "Man, my skin is glowing. It looks great." And that's the first thing people see. They if I have a jacket on, they don't see my round shoulders and they don't see none of that stuff. But they see your mug first. And why not lead with a good-looking mug in this day and age? You won't be disappointed. The ladies, I don't have to tell. I know we have women in the audience already that have emailed me and said, "I've been using it for 2 weeks and it's amazing." So we need to get the guys on track with it. And those of you who are sun worshipers like me, you need to use this too, because you can actually reverse the sun damage. That's a big one, because you go to the dermatologist, they tell you wear sunscreen all the time, even when you sleep, because you can never reverse that sun damage. Well, that's not true. They don't know about peptides. So what else do we have to discuss? Dr. Suzanne, you just spoke at A4M, didn't you?
Yeah, it was great. We had a great time.
What did you talk about?
Good crowd. Had a good crowd. I talked about my favorite topic of intestinal health, moving on from inflammation to intestines. Did a lot of biochemistry. I think some of the people were a little bit overwhelmed, but that's okay. We had lots of great questions. It was a good interactive talk. We had a great time.
You know, you got to ask people when you halfway through, is this a lot of this stuff overwhelming? And the people who go, yeah, say, well, elevate. You know what I mean? Come on, get your dictionary out, look up some words, learn something. For Christ.
I'm so excited about it that I think my excitement is infectious. So I hope that's the case.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Well, that's what we have to talk about today. If you want to reverse the sun damage on your skin, all you need is a GHK-Cu, and the best place to get it is from Restoracell. I use all 3 of these products every night, except I skipped one night. I'm not going to lie, I did. I was tired. But I will not stop using them either. I'm going to tell you something right now, because my face looks better than it's looked in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Again, shrnetwork.biz/blue. And use the code SHR25 for 25% off all 3 items. You will get the serum, you will get the moisturizer, and you will get the under eye cream, which I use the under eye cream under my eyes, but I also use it on my eyebrows because Deb told me last time that it'll actually help my eyebrows grow better.
And eyelashes. You may not want your eyelashes to grow, but I've had so many women write me, I didn't realize this would help my eyelashes grow. So it's like a bonus. In fact, this product, it offers a bonus, everything I learn about it, because I am learning as I've used it. I'm finding it helps pain. And Dr. Suzanne, you might talk about that, because I'd shared that, this knee, the knees are an area I've really worked on with this because crepey skin. And my knee pain is so much better. And Dr. Turner's like, well, that could be the GHK-Cu. And I'm like, another bonus? Is that not correct, Dr. Turner?
It is. Yep, that you get pain relief with using it topically. It's harder to get topically than when you're using it systemically, but some people who use it topically will get a systemic effect, especially as much as you're using it.
I am pouring it on.
Well, at least localized, right? Is it like an analgesic?
Right.
Is it an analgesic, Doc?
It's more because of its anti-inflammatory benefits. It's more because of how it works for that. So you're getting, kind of like putting it's certainly way better than a topical Motrin or like a Voltaren gel, but it's giving you the anti-inflammatory benefits locally. We use it for a bone repair, systemically for bone repair and for our osteoarthritis. So it's got that benefit when you're using it systemically.
Amazing. Check it out, folks. It really works. If you want a skin product that really works, that also is like priced like something you'll buy at Walgreens. I mean, because they have a lot of cosmetics at Walgreens, and not something that you'll buy at the. Do you need to take out a loan for this today, sir? This stuff is amazing. It's priced right, and it really works, and you'll notice changes in your skin within 2 weeks. I guarantee it. Thanks for being here today, Dr. Suzanne.
Good to see you both.
Thanks for being here, Deb.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. And that's it for today. We have a great show planned for tomorrow, but if I was a good host, I would know what it is. Thanks to Elisa Profumo, who makes me look smart. Between her and Natalie, I just show up. That's all I do. So my life is wonderful. All right, look, we'll see you tomorrow with more Superhuman Radio. Don't forget, share today's show, because you never know whose life you're going to save. See you tomorrow.